Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 19 saw Sarada in action against Ryu and the Claw Grimes, and I have to say, she kinda just does the same thing she always does. Fire style and then Chidori, you know what I mean? I want to see Sarada upgrade. I don't know what it's going to be. I definitely think we need to see her unleash the Susanoo. We haven't seen her Mangekyo Sharingan. When is she going to finally start getting serious? When is she going to start showing us what she's been training? What has she really been doing? If she hasn't been training, that I can't even describe how disappointing that would be. But, until a threat arises, I guess there wouldn't be any real reason to, sort of fight, right? Everybody hates Boruto, so to speak, but she doesn't, so there isn't really any need to, train, I guess, if she believes that Boruto's not going to be the bad guy. Although, she does have to fight Code, but I guess progressively, she just kind of has to do the same thing as she was doing before. But I have to say, it was nice to see her 3 Tomoe Sharingan. It was nice to see Chidori. It was nice to see Phoenix Flower Jutsu. I thought that was a cool one. Fireball Jutsu is always a basic one. I just feel like I really want to see Sarada pushed. I really want to see Sarada go all out, you know what I mean? Be in that desperate situation where she needs more strength, where she needs more power. And honestly, when it comes to training, she has a bunch of avenues to walk down, another path or something new to learn. I definitely feel she could showcase maybe her genjutsu a little bit more. Obviously, it wouldn't work all that much against, I don't think it would work all that much against the Shinju, especially because they have a Renegon. So it there's no point in using genjutsu against, the Claw Grimes, because they're Claw Grimes and she just has to hit them. It won't work against the Shinju, so therefore, the only thing her genjutsu would really work on is other people. And why would she need to use her genjutsu against other people? To knock them out of the brainwashing of Ada's omnipotence. It could be the possibility that's what it is. That's what her genjutsu could do, but we have no definitive proof. And we also don't know what her flame control ability will be, and it'll be kind of the opposite of Sasuke's and Itachi's with Amaterasu, because those were black flames. I think maybe she'll get a white flame, or maybe some sort of a pink flame, maybe, or just regular flames, a bright red flame of some kind. It's going to be really interesting to see how she progresses forward. But as of right now, from what we've seen, she hasn't really, put it this way, is we've seen this kind of attacks from her before. We've seen this fighting style from her before. It's nothing that I wasn't surprised that she did that. I was like, oh snap, of course she does Fireball Jutsu, of course she does Phoenix Flower Jutsu, of course she uses Chidori, right? I want to see more from her. I want to see what else she can do, And in her previous fights against Hidari, she was kind of held down, so to speak, or I don't know, she was very defensive. She wasn't on the attack like in this battle. But now that they no longer have a fight against the Iron Sand, this could be her chance to step up. Figure out okay, now that I know that the Iron Sand around me is going to manipulate and control me, I can react accordingly. I can figure out a way to essentially attack without attacking. And again, I think there is a possibility, a huge possibility, that lightning style is Iron Sand is conductive of lightning style. So if she uses a Chidori, or I guess other lightning style based jutsus, she could theoretically shock him. But then again, she did Chidori him and he dispersed, so it didn't really do anything. But there's always a possibility. And there's also Arya and Yodo using wind style to blow it away. So that's also another possibility. From what we've seen so far, it's nothing new. It's nothing too crazy. And now it's just got me thinking what's her next step? What's her next step forward for her? It's definitely going to be the Mangekyo Sharingan. We haven't seen her use that since she kind of told Sasuke that Boruto is innocent and she was crying, you know what I mean? So now it's about how does she tap into that emotion again, right? Because before it was out of a place of love and care for Boruto, but now she's not in that state anymore. And that's why it's kind of like she has to get her emotions or figure out what she's feeling, you know, her feelings towards Boruto or and all that stuff. And it's why in this specific chapter, the Shinju are talking about love. So we could see how she taps into that emotion, how she taps into her Mangekyo Sharingan and what that means moving forward for the story. But in terms of combat, I think we need to see her use the Susanoo eventually. We have to see her use her Amaterasu or flame control ability at some point. It's going to be really cool to see how she upgrades and possibly get Sasuke's eyes. It's unconfirmed at this point where they are, where she could get them, but Orochimaru is a best guess of mine, but that is the main focus, and I'm really excited for what Sarada can do and what she will do moving forward, and hopefully next chapter we get to see her big brain at work and she can figure out a strategy or some sort of way to fight against Ryu in the Claw Grind. So I really want to see Sarada like use her full range of abilities, and I feel like right now we're in the, you know, we're getting the engine going, you know what I'm saying? We're moving, but it's just not at full speed, right? We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there eventually. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah.